how not to get nervous speaking in front of people. I think nobody talks about how the more comfortable we are with ourselves and talking in front of others, the better we're gonna become when we speak a foreign language. The more you become comfortable about who you are and in what you have to say, the better you're gonna become at language learning in general. So tip number one, over prepare. A lot of this fear, a lot of this insecurity comes because we're not prepared enough. And of course, when you don't prepare for something, you're gonna feel insecure. However, if you do the opposite and you prepare not just once or twice or 3 times, you do it multiple times, you over prepare, guess what's going to happen? You're going to feel more confident. The fear is always going to be there, but you feel more ready to do it because you'll know the information. Rehearse it with others. If there is an upcoming presentation, if you have to talk to an audience, start by maybe calling a friend and presenting all this information to that friend first. Or if you don't have any friends, you can even do it to yourself. In language learning, I suggest people to make videos of themselves. So you basically film yourself and you watch that video and see how you behave, how you move, your mannerisms, your pronunciation, you see everything, right? The vibe that you give out. So over prepare by doing all these things that I'm talking about. So that's the first tip. Tip number two, focus on the audience. And this is something I can relate to because, again, the times when I've been the most afraid and hesitant and worried have been times when all I'm thinking about is myself. Like, oh, what are these people thinking about the way I look or how I sound, how I move? They probably judging me. They're probably thinking that I don't know how to do this. And so my mind is focused on them rather than, my mind is focused on myself. See, I'm thinking about me, like, oh, what if they are noticing me say this wrong, or what if I'm mispronouncing certain words and all these things, right? Again, the focus is on myself, and the more I focus on myself, the more selfish I am, the more hesitant, the more afraid I'm gonna feel. So my focus shouldn't be on myself. My focus should be on how I can help these people. How can I give them something valuable? How can I share good information with them? See, when my focus is on them, genuine focus on them, then my worries, my fear goes away. So that's my second tip for you. Focus on the audience. Focus on how you can give them something of value, right? Like I say here, do you know why you're so nervous? Because you're too selfish and think about yourself only. Change the focus from do I look or sound good to how could I change their lives? So how can I help them achieve what they want? Am I saying things that actually matter? That am I saying things that are actually going to help them? See, and that's the trick. Change your focus from you to them. And the final tip that I have for you today, guys, I wanted to be quick about this presentation today. So everything is energy. So even like me right now, I'm talking in front of this camera here, but you can feel my energy when I talk, right? And so this happens not just in front of a computer, but in front of other people as well, right? It's obvious that in real interactions, this is not just this impactful, but like twice, three times more impactful because you're there with the person. Remember, this is this is a mindset, right? Every single interaction has a lot of energy. What energy are you giving out when you're talking to others? Is it good energy? Is it positive energy? Is it maybe negative, right? Sometimes we get into these funks and we feel negative, and so people can tell, people can feel the energy whenever you're talking. Sometimes you don't even need words to feel the energy from others. So when you're speaking in front of others, remember to be mindful of your energy. Again, make sure it's energy that it's giving. It's a giving energy. It's a sharing energy rather than, oh, I'm afraid or fearful, right? So how do you create energy when you're speaking? You create participation energy by getting them involved and asking them compelling questions. So don't just preach, don't just talk about, all the things that you know. Get them involved. And maybe I should be doing more of that already with you guys. I don't do that enough, I think. I just, talk and talk. But what about you? Do you agree with this information? Do you think this is relevant to language learning? Let me know, please. Give me give me some feedback. Criticize me if you will, as long as you're, you know, being part of this conversation. That's all I'm asking for. Okay. See, I'm getting you involved. I'm asking you questions. So don't just preach, but also make them participate and promote discussions among themselves. So these are the 3 tips, guys, that I highly suggest you start learning and start practicing, right? So what was the first one again? Let me just go back because I'm gonna spend the rest of the video just trying to figure out. And no, I'm gonna, oh yes, over prepare, focus on the audience, energy is everything. And if you do these 3 things, you instantly will feel less, you instantly will feel less afraid, less hesitant, and you will exude more confidence and believe in yourself. There you have it, guys. Keep it gangster. We'll see you next time.